Come with me to see the land of the rising sun. Let me show you its people and places which I won't ever forget, where natural beauty is astounding and visitors are welcomed like an emperor, where the past and the future blend into a unique mixture, and wherever you go, you meet friendly people and make memories unlike anywhere else in the world. In 2 fascinating weeks in Japan, together with my sister, we've had great experiences. We've found new flavors, and we've seen how tradition and history are cherished till this very day. Come see the land that symbolizes harmony. And where nature and tranquility coexist with crowded cities and rich culture. Come with me on a journey through Japan. Today we will take the Shinkansen bullet train from Kyoto to Tokyo. The tickets were super expensive. It's probably going to be my most expensive train ride ever, but since I'm in Japan, I just had to take a trip with that train. There are 3 types of Shinkansen trains serving the line between Kyoto and Tokyo: Kodama, Hikari and Nozomi, the one we took on that day. Nozomi is the fastest one, and it travels the 500 kilometers between Kyoto and Tokyo in only 2 hours and 20 minutes at maximum speed of 280 kilometers per hour. We're not making many train rides on this trip, so we didn't buy the Japan Rail Pass. So the ticket for this Shinkansen trip costed us pretty much the same as a flight. Japanese bullet trains were the first high-speed rail system to be built in any country. The first line between Tokyo and Kyoto was opened in 1964 and is named Tokaido Shinkansen. Train services on that line are incredibly frequent. I was expecting a train every 1 or 2 hours, but in fact, they depart once every 3 to 4 minutes in both directions. Every day, 500,000 people travel on those trains, a completely staggering number. We arrived to Tokyo before we knew it, and from the beginning I could see that it was going to be much different from Osaka and Kyoto. Osaka and Kyoto are both big cities, but it's only Tokyo that completely overwhelms you with its sheer scale. Here is a glimpse of the Tokyo International Forum, a modern exhibition center in the downtown area. That's Ginza, the shopping street with highest floor space prices anywhere in the world.
I took some time to hop on the bus and see some lesser known areas such as Asakusa district. The relaxing bus ride took me to the place I had planned to visit for a long time.
Tokyo Sky Tree, the world's tallest tower.
Located in Sumida district, the tower reaches 634 meters and is the second tallest structure worldwide.
I just got to the viewing terrace and the views from here are really spectacular.
From its two observation decks at 350 and 450 meters, you can really see how stunningly huge Tokyo and its neighboring cities are. When the sun sets and the streetlights light up, the ambience of the city changes in a very special way.
I'm exploring Shibuya by night. It's full of shops and bars, and I think it's pretty amazing that so far I haven't gone to any single shopping mall.
Cities in Japan give endless possibilities for nighttime entertainment, and it's not uncommon to see bizarre things at almost every corner, such as this street performer back in Osaka. If you want a completely otherworldly experience, you can visit Harajuku district and the Kawaii Monster Cafe. The decorations in this bar will make you wonder if you accidentally stepped into the rabbit hole from Alice in Wonderland. Dance performances and creative drinks are all part of the fun. As a matter of fact, I've had better drinks in my life, but it seems all Kawaii Monster Cafe is about is making you feel like you're on drugs without actually being on drugs. If you're brave enough, there are more rooms to explore inside the bar. After visiting, you can walk around Harajuku district and shop for some equally unusual items should you want to. No trip to Japan is complete without visiting a game room. They call them pachinko, and Japanese people of all ages come here to unwind, or perhaps win some cash. No matter how weird you might find the Japanese lifestyle, there's no doubt that in Tokyo everyone will find something to do, and the urban jungle that it is bustling with life till late into the night. Also by day, there's a lot going on in Tokyo. I recommend you to go to Tsukiji Market to do some rather unusual groceries. That's wasabi roots, by the way. I found it striking in Japan that everyone you meet is very friendly to you, and people are extremely polite. Japanese diet mostly consists of seafood of all different kinds. I haven't tried them myself, but for sure they are freshly captured. If you're a herbivore like me, you will also find some food for yourself as long as you try hard enough.
In the past few days we were very lucky with the weather in Osaka and Kyoto. Here in Tokyo it's a little bit different, the weather is cooler, it's more cloudy. So I will see if we manage to do any of the day trips that I planned. We're still going to Hakone to enjoy a night on Ryokan, but after my sister goes back in a few days, I will still have a few days to spare in Japan, so I am thinking of going to Okinawa, because going somewhere that has sand and beaches sounds about right when the weather gets like this in here.
Have a look at this vending machine. It's a fortune-telling device, and as I've read on the internet, it's called Shishimaji Omikuji. Shishimaji means lion dance, and Omikuji is fortune-telling. So it's a dancing lion that distributes slips of paper to predict your future.
Your fortune very good.
We're walking on a hiking trail, which turned out to be very twisted and it looks very mysterious. Now the only thing I'm waiting for is a small dragon to jump out of the bushes, take me to an old witch and save the world in some kind of epic anime adventure.
None of this happened, of course, but our next accommodation easily reminds of Japanese fantasy movies. While the first ryokan we stayed at was a budget option, this time we decided to spoil ourselves a little bit more. From the very first look I knew we were in for a treat.
We just checked into a ryokan in Hakone. It costed a shitload of money, but I'm now exploring the premises and it looks amazing. It's like a wooden medieval castle hidden in the hills with waterfalls and tiny little temples and lots of places to take a bath in the water from the hot springs.
Some rooms in the ryokan have private bathrooms with a wooden bathtub, or rather a barrel, always filled with hot spring water. You can relax on a veranda listening to the waterfall sounds coming from the outside, or sit on the tatami and have a tea in one of the beautifully crafted tea sets provided in the room. While the staff is preparing dinner for you, you're free to enjoy one of the many bathhouses at the property. You can choose indoor or outdoor facilities that are split by gender or dedicated to families. No matter which one you choose, you're definitely in for a divine level of relaxation. The authentic details and pampering services at the Ryokan quickly make you forget about the exorbitant price. Before you know it, you're climbing the curly stairs leading to the outdoor bath. And rest assured that it's unlike any other public bathhouse you've ever seen in your life. Nothing compares to diving in hot spring water, out in the green, with the waterfall gently humming in the background. Only in places like this you can really admire the Japanese dedication to harmony and balance. The dinner is served to you in your room, and it's delivered by your personal, dedicated maid.
No menu. Tok vinegar, please. Soy sauce.
We had some luxurious meals before, but this one simply went above and beyond. What made it even better was the staff with their warmth and hospitality.
Spring water. Gas. Biri. Japan was rice. Poland was bread.
Bread and potatoes.
Bread.
I'm gonna try konnyaku, jelly-like skewers made of root vegetable konjac.
It's delicious!
After you finish the dinner, another staff member comes to make your beds for a comfortable night full of sweet Far Eastern dreams. Next morning, we had to catch an early train back to Tokyo, but I still had some time for a short walk along the stream. In fact, there are many more things to do in Hakone, and I wish we could have stayed longer. On the other hand though, I was perfectly happy to just look at the river and indulge myself with the atmosphere of peace and contemplation. We still got served a sumptuous breakfast before checking out from the Ryokan.
でそれを
All in all, I don't regret a single yen spent on that night, as it really is an experience worth every amount of money.
まもなく2番線に上野池袋方面行きが参ります。
While my sister had to fly back home, I went to the airport to catch a flight to the last location of the trip.
I landed in Okinawa yesterday. I'm going to spend here 3 days. I was imagining it as a beautiful tropical refuge, but the capital of Okinawa doesn't really look like that. So I figured that I will still try to get on a boat and get to some smaller island. So now I'm at the pier looking for my boat.
I booked accommodation in Naha for 3 nights, and I didn't plan to go anywhere by boat from there. The city isn't anything special though, so I checked for any attractions around, and without much hesitation, I booked myself a ferry, left my suitcase at the hotel, and only took some essentials with me for an overnight stay. In a bit more than half an hour, the high-speed boat took me from Naha to Tokashiki, a small island with very few residents, and reportedly some nice beaches to go to.
And I arrived to the Takoshiki island, and I would like to stay here overnight, but the place is completely dead.
I finally found my accommodation, and I was really happy with the view from my room. Not much later, I got on a bus to take me to the main attraction of the island, the Aharen beach, which is known for white sand and snorkeling.
Okay, it's time to go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. Now just look at the view behind me. I have played computer games with worse landscapes than this. When I was planning my holidays in Japan, I never really expected that I'll be laying on the beach and climbing rocks in tropical islands in such truly exotic scenery.
After 2 busy weeks in Japan, it was a great ending for the trip, to see some natural landscapes and even some wildlife as well.
magnificent view concludes my trip to Japan, and I really didn't expect that I'm gonna be finishing my trip in such an amazing scenery, but here I am, and I think this just proves that Japan really has something for every taste. If you want, you can go to hot springs in the mountains, or you can go hiking in a tropical island. And I think it also proves that the best experience comes from the unexpected, that it's worth to take that turn into that little street, because that's where biggest adventures happen. So that's it. See you in some new place.